Okay, so now we're going to be working on finding the final price after tax. So our problem on this section is Alexis wants to buy a new pair of winter boots that cost $85. How much will she pay, including tax, if the sales tax rate is 7 5/10%? So method 1 is to find the amount of tax first. So once we find the tax, we'll add that to the original price and get the total. And that's how it's written on your receipts. You'll see a subtotal, a tax line, and then the total at the bottom once they add those two things together. So to find the amount of tax, we're finding 7.5% of 85. Of means to multiply. So I'm thinking about 7.5% and making that a decimal by moving it twice. 0.075 of 85 means multiply. 0.075 times 85 is 6.375. Whenever we're talking about money, we always round to the nearest cent. So I'm going to round this 7 to an 8, and I'm going to get 6 3/8, or $6.38. That's my tax. I'm going to add that. I have to add that to the original to get my final. So 85 plus 638 equals, again, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to make sure, since I have my calculator, it only takes seconds. 91.38. So $91.38. Method number 2 only takes one step. So honestly I prefer method 2 again because I think it's one step, so I think it's a little bit easier. But this way works and we'll get the same answer. So this method is find the total paid first. So think what percent of the price will she pay for the boots before tax, then how much percent is added. So she pays 100% for the boots, and then we add this 7.5%. So when I add 7.5, she's really paying 107.5% for the boots. That's what tax does. It adds in a little bit extra. So I'm going to move my decimal 2 places to the right. 1.075 of 85 means multiply. I'm going to plug that into my calculator, 1.075 times 85, and I get 91.375. Round it to the nearest hundredth. The 5 tells my 7 to come up, so I get 91 3/38. I add my label. I'm rounded to the nearest cent, and notice that I get the same answer either way that I go, but this way is a little less work. It's only one step, whereas this way we find tax and then add. Here we're just figuring out what percent we pay and multiplying. So 2 different ways. Either one works. At this point in time, you get to decide which method you prefer.